As ambulance clinicians working in a really busy ambulance service, it's clear that we'll often cross boundaries, we will cross areas that we don't perhaps fully understand, we don't work in very often. And that can be a real challenge for clinicians, knowing what's right for patients, knowing what the correct destination is. We fully appreciate that, and so in Greater Manchester we're launching our very first pathway app that will assist clinicians in really understanding the rules, the pathways in that area, and really getting the patient to the correct place.
Within Greater Manchester, we can have anything up to 6,000 strokes a year. On top of these confirmed stroke patients diagnosed in the hospital, we can actually have anything up to another 6,000 arrive on the pathway and turn out to be false positives and diagnosed as a non-stroke. This group of non-stroke patients can often be referred to as stroke mimic.
Evidence shows acute stroke patients benefit from rapid treatment and specialist care at hyperacute stroke units or HASUs. In areas with a centralised model of care, like ours in Greater Manchester, patients with suspected stroke are taken to HASUs, often bypassing the local hospital. The app will allow you to acknowledge a patient's FAST status and follow a clear flowchart of buttons where you can highlight if any of the exclusion symptoms are present. Immediately directed to the nearest ED. This in turn frees up staff time and resources at the HASU to treat confirmed stroke patients quicker. The use of the decision tool on the app takes approximately 10 to 15 seconds on average.
The Stroke Network in Greater Manchester, alongside Salford Royal Hospital, have trialled this app with some carefully selected NWAS clinicians. The benefit to the patient was clear to be seen. There was a lot less false positives being taken into a HASU. There were better pathway compliance for the patient.
When I came back from maternity leave, a lot of the policies and procedures had changed within my working practice. One of them being the stroke protocol had been updated. I agreed to be with the stroke app trial because I wanted to be able to get that information quickly. With the app I can put a few clicks in and it'll tell me where that patient needs to go to get the right stroke treatment, and it is saving the life of the patient because we're getting him to the right place at the right time. I had a gentleman who was fast positive and I wanted to know where his nearest stroke centre was. So I went onto the app, and although he lived in Golborne, which was a WA postcode, it was actually the Greater Manchester Stroke Centre that was the closest. So it told me to take him to Salford Royal, which was the right place for him to get the stroke treatment.
Initially we're going to be launching it on the mobile phone devices on ambulances just in the Greater Manchester area, but we hope to expand it. We want to make the app applicable right across the northwest and maybe even beyond, but also we want to look at expanding it into different pathways, so that might be the cardiac network or the trauma network.